Welcome back. We have been talking about Qazi Nazrul Islam and the documentary produced and directed and scripted by our guest today, Mr. Mujibar Rahman. In prison, Qazi Nazrul Islam wrote so many poems and probably a collection of poems. Could you just throw some light on that?
In prison?
Didn't he?
Actually, in prison, there is a very good incident.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wrote so many poems there, but a remarkable incident was that he sat for a hunger strike,
Yep. Yep.
for 39 days. Why? Because when he was transformed from Alipur Central Jail to Hooghly Jail, then initially he was given some prestige.
Political prisoner.
A political prisoner. But when he was transformed to Hooghly Jail, then he was a general, a common prisoner. So he started to live with the common, commoners. So then he revolted again. So I am a poet,
Right.
and I am a political prisoner. So I should have some extra benefits that you can't avoid things. So he sat for the hunger strike for 39 days.
Right.
And when and Rabindranath Tagore also sent him a telegram saying that please give up the hunger strike. Our literature claims you. Again, Rabindranath. Rabindranath understood the importance of Qazi Nazrul Islam at that time. That's why he said that line, our literature claims you. So
needs you.
Yeah. So through his 11 months prison life, it was a very important incident. And the important persons, very well-known persons in Kolkata were also worried. We have seen Sharat Chandra Chattopadhyay, the huge name in his time. So he also requested Nazrul to give up the hunger strike. And Deshbandhu Chittaranjan Das, the greatest leader, popular leader,
Right.
and he also arranged a meeting in the College Street, and he also wanted to aware of this thing to the people, that our poet who is now in jail, so we have to do something. So these types of awareness and these types of actually the awakening among the people he could do.
Right.
So his jail or prison period became very important for inspiration to the other freedom fighters at that time.
Well, Nazrul is, as you just said, that he was not just a Bidrohi poet, but he had, in his poetry, there's a lot of emotion, love, beauty, and that famous line of his, "Tumi shundo tai che thaki, priyo sheki mor apurad." That shows that this man has feelings inside him. He's not just sword rattling, break this and break that, and kill this and kill that, because that was the time. The whole nation, the whole subcontinent was suffering because of the foreign occupation. So a poet, a journalist, an artist, a cinematographer is a very sensitive person. He represents his time, and it reflects in his writings.
Yes.
And that was obvious that it would reflect in Nazrul Islam's poetry. Could you throw some light on this very eminent book, Dhumketu?
Yeah. Dhumketu was also a journal, a bi-weekly journal that Qazi Nazrul Islam published, and he was the editor of that.
Right.
Things, and in Dhumketu was a very good example of Qazi Nazrul Islam's character, because Dhumketu, the comet, you know,
Yeah.
and he was himself the Dhumketu, the comet, you know. And
Shooting star.
yeah, and what he did, Dhumketu, not only the context of our country at that time, he also kept a sharp vigil over what the world actually was engaged with. He gave references of Turkey at that time, and he wrote in praise of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. And at that time, he also supported the Bolshevik movement in Russia. And the entire information he collected, that what exactly was happening in the Middle East countries. So all those things he tried to note and tried to publish in his own Dhumketu. And Dhumketu became the mouthpiece of himself, and he actually raised his sharp voice against the British rule in India. And it was very interesting that Dhumketu was the only magazine or only magazine at that time where Nazrul Islam demanded the full freedom of the country. He told in Bengali, স্বরাজ টরাজ বুঝি না, আমরা ভারতবর্ষের পূর্ণ স্বাধীনতা চাই. So he was the only person at that time who told that we want the full freedom of our country, no Swaraj and nothing.
Well, Mr. Mujibar Rahman, it will be unfair that if we did not discuss your other film on Rabindranath Tagore. See, I know that that film has been included as part of a course at Napier University in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Also, Jadavpur University
in Kolkata.
Kolkata.
Yeah. So that was I actually released when the world was celebrating 150th birth anniversary of the Nobel laureate.
We also celebrated here, and also in the House of Lords there were functions.
Yeah. So why did I make a film on Tagore? Because I saw in Kolkata that there is no a short biography of Rabindranath Tagore. So there are two versions of Tagore's biography in book actually, the 4-volume and the 9-volume unfinished biography by Prashanto Pal. Then I thought that I should do something in film. I would make a complete film, but keeping a tolerable limit or length, and I will give the facets of Tagore's, his philosophy and his poetic geniusity, everything in a short film. So then I made a film on him, and that fortunately with the grace of Allah that became popular in our country and gradually throughout the world. And Edinburgh Napier University Professor Basubi Fraser, he invited me there to show the film, and she was really very happy. And Professor William Radice of London University at that time, he also was very happy to see the film. Then they gave me a letter expressing their wish that they would include this film as course content to their syllabus.
Great.
And simultaneously, Jadavpur University Rabindranath Studies Center also included this film as their course content.
That's good.
And I have made there are another few documentaries on the legends and the great people of
Not
our
few,
country.
you have done so many. It's difficult to count.
Yeah, because I am making films professionally from last 15 years. So when I returned back to Kolkata from Mumbai, I started working here, and I thought that I should do something in film that can become academic. So people can come to know something about our cultural and our heritage. So that's very necessary because nowadays people are not, they are getting knowledge of the world, but they are forgetting their
The
own
past,
culture.
yes.
Yes, their own culture and own tradition.
Well, unfortunately, everything comes to an end, and so does this program. It, but before we go, we would like to talk about that there will be soldiers, there will be poets, and there will be revolutionary poets in the world, you see. But there will be no poets who will inspire the soldiers and the future generations. And that is where the beauty of Qazi Nazrul Islam lies.
Yes.
He stands out. I think that we were unfortunate that we have not given him the right place in our hearts.
Yeah, not exactly. I have seen the spirit of the commoners, the common people, both in West Bengal and in Bangladesh.
Right.
So people actually have enough respect for him.
No, they have respect, you see, because he became sick, see, and he could not produce as much as he could have.
Yeah, but
So we missed.
yeah, yeah, you can say that he lost his sense at the age of 43.
Right.
So whereas Rabindranath Tagore also got a long life
Right, see.
to create his genius.
The two geniuses had completely different life. You see, Rabindranath was born with a silver spoon, you see.
Yeah.
and Qazi Nazrul Islam had
Yeah.
to struggle hard. You see.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did see good days, you see,
Yeah,
but they were very short. You see, and
Yeah,
because-
but still I will say that he wrote a lot. He wrote more than 4,000 songs and so many poems, and he composed so many beautiful music for us. So I think it was not minimum thing.
Your final statement: has Nazrul Islam really received his due recognition in the world of poetry?
Yeah, it is a very tough question, but always I can end with a positive note that Nazrul Islam said himself that যখন সময় আসবে, যখন আলোচনা হবে, আমার কথা সবাই বলবে.
Great.
So we have to wait and see because it is the poet's prophecy.
সময় এসে গেছে, আমরা কথা বলছি. Thank you very much
Okay.
for coming here and
Yeah.
giving us your time. Thank you.
And thank you very much
Great
also
pleasure.
for inviting me here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, viewers, for being with us, and we hope that you have enjoyed the show as much as we have, particularly this one that was concentrating on Qazi Nazrul Islam. We hope to see you again next week, same channel, same time, with another distinguished guest. In the meantime, take care. Bye for now.